What is going on, guys? Inside New York Sports Podcast here, and today we're talking about the New York Yankees preview to the season. We are back. The Yankees finally play meaningful baseball tomorrow, and they kick it off against the San Francisco Giants. And this is a fun matchup. I tell you what, starting off in the West Coast, taking on the Giants, and I like this matchup a whole lot. I think it's going to be a great atmosphere. Aaron Judge, Rafael Devers, Matt Chapman, Logan Webb, Max Fried, a bunch of players to look out for. And it's a season that has great opportunity. I think the New York Yankees, have a great opportunity to do a lot of good things this year. I know there are some concerns, right? Some are concerned if the bullpen is going to be good enough to hold it down. Some people are worried about the starting rotation. Is Ryan Weathers, is he going to be the player that we might think he's going to be that's projected? Some people have very high expectations. My expectations for Ryan Weathers are pretty decently high. I think he's got good enough stuff that he can be a solid pitcher for the New York Yankees. I don't take really what happens in spring training too seriously, to be honest. I mean, pitching-wise, yeah, you maybe look at it a little bit deeper than, say, a hitter goes in a bit of a slump in spring. But Ryan Weathers, I guess we'll kick off with him before we get into some other details, is he's an intriguing player, right? He's young, he throws hard, has all the tools to be an elite pitcher in the MLB, in my opinion. Now, the starting rotation is interesting, right? Luis Gil sent down to AAA, and the Yankees are on a 4-man starting rotation right now. They do not have a 5-man, right? Garrett Cole is still working back. He pitched today, pitched pretty well against the Chicago Cubs. Let up a home run to Alex Bregman, but other than that, he was pretty sharp, right? And your 4 guys are Max Fried, Cam Schlittler, Ryan Weathers, Will Warren, right? You're not really getting anything out of Ryan Yarbrough right now. Carlos LeGrand is obviously in the minor leagues. I'm glad they didn't rush him and then just throw him in the MLB. Let him get a little bit of AAA ball. Carlos Rodon is still injured, still making his way back, but the big thing is Luis Gil being sent down, right? A lot of people have pretty high expectations for Luis Gil. He's an MLB caliber pitcher in the MLB. I think we all can agree on that, but the spring was not very nice to him, and the Yankees feel, let's send him down until we need that 5th starter. I hope he pitches well in AAA and it's not a struggle, but I think he'll be all right. I'm not really too worried about Luis Gil and him going into the regular season, right? For the offense, right? I think this offense is, I mean, it's the same, right? Technically they're running it back, assuming with every single player. So the offense, the expectation is to be the best in not only the American League, in baseball. I think they can be the best offense in the American League once again. Some intriguing spots. Jose Caballero at shortstop. Another great opportunity for Ben Rice this season. I'm super excited to see Ben Rice, man. I tell you what, if I honestly want to get into some hot takes, I will say that Ben Rice is going to hit 35 home runs this year. I'm going to say it, and maybe it's not a super hot take. I'm going to say the first hot take is going to be Ben Rice getting 35 home runs. And honestly, I'll even piggyback on that he's going to be an all-star this year. I firmly believe that the season that Ben Rice had, if he has that at an even higher level, he can be an all-star for first base. I believe that. And I know there's a lot of good first basemen out there, right? Vladimir Guerrero Jr. at first and a whole bunch as well. My second hot take, I guess since we're getting kind of into hot takes, I'm going to say the Yankees are going to win 95-plus games. I think that's if everything goes right. I feel like right now they're more like a 90 to 92 win caliber team, but I'm going to say they win 95-plus games and they win the division, and that's speaking a lot, in my opinion, because when you run a team back, there are more negatives that can come out of it than positives, right? Positively, you have the same success on offense, and negatively, if you are struggling and you can't get offense going, you made a mistake of not adding a true solid bat in the offseason, right? So I think that's my second hot take. And the third one, why not? I'm going to say my third one is going to be Max Fried wins the Cy Young. I think that's probably the hottest of all because of the pitchers in the American League. Hunter Brown from the Astros. Garrett Crochet, who's probably my number one pick, in my opinion. And I know it's a Boston Red Sox, and it's hard to praise Boston Red Sox because of how much we hate them. But I think Garrett Crochet is the leading favorite to win the Cy Young. So I think Max Fried winning the Cy Young is a perfectly hot take because a lot has to go right. He has a lot of weight on his shoulders once again until Garrett Cole comes back. But I'm excited for Max Fried. So those are my three hot takes for the upcoming season, right? I think all of them are fairly fair. To be honest, I think, we're going to get a good season out of a lot of players. I really do think that. I'm excited for a lot of the players coming into this lineup, even though it's not really a change. It's just, another year, right? It's another year of Jazz Chisholm. How can he, elevate his game after a nice 30 for 30 season, right? He had 30 bombs last year. Austin Wells behind the plate. How does he do in, his third season? How does he do, right? The big thing as well that I haven't even touched on it already 6 minutes into the episode, Jasson Dominguez is not on the opening day roster, and I don't love it, to be totally honest. He's an MLB caliber player. It's just you have Trent Grisham, Cody Bellinger, Aaron Judge. Stanton is your DH. Where are you going to put Dominguez? You can't put him in left because he struggles in left field. Trent Grisham is your center fielder, ideally. And I don't think Dominguez deserves to ride the bench. I don't think he deserves that, to be totally honest. I think he deserves to be in a brand new situation, and the Yankees trade him for a reliever. I think that is one of the concerns heading into this season is the bullpen. David Bednar is going to be able to close games. I firmly believe in Camilo Duvall to be a great setup man in the eighth inning. I believe Tim Hill can be a great piece as a lefty, gets a bunch of ground balls. I believe in him, right? Cade Winquist, the Rule 5 player that they got, and he was able to make the opening day roster. I believe all that's correct that I said about him. I'm excited for him. I really am. I think he could be a solid piece. I think when it comes to after, and Fernando Cruz as well, can't forget about him. But I think that, you look at it, you like a lot of it, but I think for other situations, it's if the bullpen struggles, how quick are we going to be seeing a move made to that team, right? I think with the New York Yankees, their biggest threat is obviously the Toronto Blue Jays. I wouldn't say Houston, to be honest. Your division is your division. Obviously, you got to be better against your division, right? And I think all of the teams improved, to be totally honest. And I know a lot of people are going to say the Yankees didn't do enough, but I'm going to say this. I think the Yankees felt that they had the best offense in baseball last year. They had good enough pitching to get them done, and they feel the moves they made last year are going to contribute hugely, and especially the guys that they got, right? Can Jake Bird bounce back? Can Camilo Duvall in a full season be really solid? Can David Bednar continue to be a great reliever that we saw in the World Baseball Classic? This guy would be able to get out of jams and be confident still with his arsenal, and that's important. And when you are the closer of the New York freaking Yankees, man, and I need to see that out of David Bednar, and I think we're going to see that for sure. But really, to wrap it up, I want to see what Giancarlo Stanton can do when healthy. I think he's a guy that right now in his mind, not only winning a World Series is on his mind, but chasing down 500 home runs. That's a huge milestone. And I truly, honestly believe if he is able to get to that, I think he's made a good case for the Hall of Fame. I think if he wins a ring, it helps his chances a lot. But I'm excited to see him. But I think with right now, where the Yankees are at, they start off versus San Francisco. I think you got a great shot at them. I really do. I love the 1-2 punch with Cam Schlittler and Max Fried. And then you get into Ryan Weathers and Will Warren, and I think those are solid pieces as well. It's just, what are you going to get out of them, right? But, it's really exciting. I'm excited that MLB is back, right? We talk so much about the Giants on this channel. Not as much on the Rangers because of the poor season they've had. But now it's full go with the New York Yankees. It is opening day for the New York Yankees, taking on the San Francisco Giants. Max Fried gets the ball. Let's go, Yankees. Hit that like button and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.